Hello, and welcome back to the Healing Point Massage Therapy YouTube channel. My name is Alana, and I'm joined as always by Liana Bergonia, the owner of Healing Point Massage Therapy in St. Albert. Today, we're going to be talking about the importance of stretching, not only right after your massage, but as a regular part of your daily life. And the quote that I have today is, "Take care of your body. It is the only place that you have to live." And that was said by Jim Rohn. Welcome, and thanks for having me on, Liana.
Yeah, thank you. How are you today?
I'm great. I'm really excited to learn more about stretching.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite topics.
Excellent. So according to the American College of Sports Medicine, they suggest that the focus of stretching should be on maintaining flexibility and encourage people to stretch a minimum of 2 to 3 times a week. However, daily stretching can actually benefit and not only improve flexibility, but improve mobility, especially as you age. So stretching is not only something that feels good, but it can actually help your muscles. And Liana is here today to talk a little bit about that. So Liana, as a massage therapist, do you recommend to your clients that they stretch on a regular basis?
Yes, actually, that's one of the important word that you will hear from us every day. The clients sometimes feel guilty. Oh, I didn't stretch for a while. So, and then we will know, right? So, as a matter of fact, that's one of the home care we just say every day, aside from getting people to drink plenty of water after treatment, either rest, if they can try to soak on the warm Epsom salt bath. After massage, stretching is really one of the important ways to keep their tight muscle, keep loose, especially after the treatment, to have that great range of motion. Specifically for the muscle group that we just worked on, is that we will let them know, okay, this is tight. You wanna put effort on making sure this is nice and loose by stretching these specific stretches that we can send you home with.
Oh, excellent. Mm-hmm. So not only is it important, but it's important to do it after your massage. Excellent.
In between as well, just a regular thing for you to work on, especially that which muscles are needing to be stretched.
So other than right after a massage, why should people be stretching?
So there are a few different things that stretch can do, right? So number one, it does improve flexibility. It increases range of motion. It does reduce muscle stiffness and tension. It enhances circulation and potentially prevent injuries. Yeah, so if we try and make sure that our muscles are nice and loose, going to sports event or going to sitting in 8 hours, so making sure that our muscles nice and loose will help prevent that from injury.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for that. How often should people stretch, and for how long?
So as you mentioned earlier, 2 to 3 times a week, but daily is better. Doing it daily for a short period of time is better than not doing it at all.
Okay.
20 to 30 minutes several times a week is ideal. So you want to hold your stretch like a static stretch where at least 30 seconds. And then if possible, for each stretch for 1 to 2 minutes for a deeper benefit for it, especially for the bigger muscle group, the longer the better for that muscle that we need to hold them to be more effective.
The bigger the muscle, the longer the stretch.
Yes, yeah.
Excellent. And is there a wrong way to stretch?
Yeah, actually, there's a few wrong ways to stretch that we didn't even think about. So bouncing, or called ballistic stretching, that involves using fast and bouncy movements, or bouncing at the end range of the stretch beyond your normal range of motion. You're stretching it further, so that's not really good because it may do some injury to you, right? And then overstretching, so there's a recommended how long you should stretch a muscle, but overstretching it for hours is also can lead to injury. So that also not good. And then not holding the stretches enough is also not good because it will be less effective for you as well. Yeah.
All right. So more is not necessarily better.
Yes.
And can you stretch in smaller increments for several more times through the day instead of saying dedicating 30 minutes to stretching? Can you stretch throughout the day?
Yes, yeah. I also will tackle that a little bit more with some do's for stretching. Yeah.
Excellent. All right. And are there any stretches that people should avoid if they have lower back issues?
Yes, yeah. I would say there are stretches that that can worsen the pain, especially if you don't know the cause of the injury or like why is your lower back is painful. So we wanted to avoid stretches that bending forward or like making a twist to your torso or like overextending your back, because that these movements can kind of further like the pain or just make it worse for you. So yeah, see one of our therapists and we will be gladly to say what we could recommend for you to do. But yeah, most importantly, releasing the group of muscles that are tight at the moment for that lower back pain, right? So, and then we can let you know which stretches can be beneficial.
Excellent. So your therapist will send the client home with the stretches they should be doing.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, because it's so hard to know, right? Especially like, why is this happening? Yeah. So home care is definitely something that we do give to our clients for their benefit.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And so does stretching help relieve the fatigue of muscle after exercise? They always say to stretch after exercise, but why is that?
Yeah, so we have this called DOMS, like delayed onset muscle soreness. So this can happen like after 1 to 2 days after an intense workout. So stretching after those workouts can actually reduce muscle soreness by promoting blood flow to the muscles again, and then lengthening the muscle, the ones that you work kind of really hard, and potentially reducing lactic acid buildup to those muscles. So yeah, it's really important to be doing that after your workout.
Excellent. Yeah. That's why it's important to do the stretching right after a workout.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Can stretching help my posture?
Yes, and I wouldn't say just stretching alone can improve your posture. So strengthening on the muscle group that are overstretched and weak, and then stretching the shortened muscle will help overall with posture. So it's just not just stretching, because stretching will help increase flexibility and then reduce muscle tension and promote better body alignment and core strength. And then the strengthening portion of it is, you wanted to make sure that you're getting that strength for the muscle that's really weak. So you wanted that balance in between. Yeah. So
excellent.
That's really important. Just not stretching, also strengthening.
That's so important. Great. Thank you so much for that. Is it better to stretch before or after exercise?
So this is a good question. So before and after is always recommended. So warming up. So before the exercise, you want to make sure that you warm up with some dynamic stretches, because it can effectively prevent injuries during your workouts. So what is dynamic stretches? So that is a series of movements where you get the body moving before any type of exercise. That includes like arm circles, like easy warming up, arm swings, shoulder rolls, trunk twist, knee to chest, butt kicks, or walking lunges. So those are like popular dynamic stretches that we can recommend. And then stretching after exercise helps in muscle recovery and improve overall flexibility. So that one, we recommend the static stretches where you hold those muscles that we talked about earlier. You just want to hold those for a few seconds to a minute. Yeah.
So warming up your muscles before exercise is also important. Is that because if your muscle isn't warmed up before exercise, you could injure yourself?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what could happen, because you can tear muscle, so those type of things are kind of common. So you want to make sure you warm up. So pre and post exercise is beneficial.
Excellent. So we know that stretching is great for when you're moving your body before and after exercise and to improve posture. But what about stress relief? Is stretching good for stress relief as well?
Yeah. So yeah, thanks for that question. So we don't realize that when we do stretch, we breathe, right? We breathe a lot as well. That can make it really effective. So aside from stretching can promote relaxation by reducing muscle tension, incorporating stretching into your daily routine can help alleviate stress levels. So how? So deep breathing during exercise, during stretches enhances the calming effect on our mind. So because breathing actually activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which kind of fights the flight or fight response. So that you want to just turn off the sympathetic nervous system to just not work. So we want to activate the parasympathetic nervous system by doing the deep breathing exercises, leading to relaxation and reduced stress. So, regular stretching can improve overall mood and boost emotional well-being.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So stretching for our body and our mind.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And so if you're like me and you're not stretching enough, how should I get started or start incorporating stretching into my daily routine?
Yeah, so I think the key is being consistent, right? If we kind of set that in our mind that I'll do this every day, even for a tiny little bit of my time every day, put that in my schedule. So short but consistent is better than nothing at all. So I would recommend, start your day with the 5-minute morning stretches, routine to wake up your muscles. So that's number one. Number two is you can incorporate short stretching breaks every hour during your workday to improve flexibility. So you can put alarm on your phone, and you can even use your stretching, like a stretching app, download those things to remind you to take breaks, right, throughout the day. So that's also one thing. Even after a long work day, stretching during your favorite TV show. Who would have thought that while listening to the music in the evening? So be on the floor, do some stretching. That's also one thing. And then end your day with a gentle stretching session to relax and unwind just before bed. So even just what I said before, deep breathing exercises, stretching your diaphragm muscle really help boost that parasympathetic nervous system to work and can help our body and mind.
I love that it helps you wake up. You can do it throughout the day.
Yeah.
And what I really love about that is you're not telling people to set aside half an hour where they're not doing something else.
Yeah.
You can literally incorporate stretching into your daily routine. If you're waking up, you can do it. If you're watching TV at the end of the day, you can incorporate it. When you stand up to get a new cup of coffee at the coffee machine, you can stretch.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah, so even a client told me before, every time she will walk past a door, she will remember me, oh yeah, I gotta do my stretch on the door.
Nice.
Every time she see a door, she'll do a 30-second stretch on her, shoulder and pecs. So it's that's one thing, right? So
I love that.
yeah, that's funny. So yeah.
That's so great. And if our viewers are wondering what type of stretch they can do, on the Healing Point Massage Therapy channel, Liana does have a series of stretching videos that you can follow along with. It shows the right way. She talks through how long to hold them and when it might be beneficial to do those stretches. So check out those videos. And I think that's everything that we have today.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for educating us on stretching.
So yeah, I really love this topic. All that. Yeah.
I know you're really passionate about it.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks so much. And we'll see everybody next time on our next episode.
Thank you. Bye for now.